Well. Happy Monday, my friends. Starting off the week with a gorgeous move by Tesla here. What? It's going down and that's not gorgeous? It all depends on how you're looking at the market. Right now, this is looking absolutely beautiful. Look at the daily. We've dropped down, right down to our weekly trend line, okay? So if you're a trend line trader, you're now touching this trend, so to speak. At least how I envision trends, okay? So personally myself, this is what I've kind of been waiting for. So Tesla's sitting at 215, and you can see as of this recording, it's 10 a.m. Eastern time, and we've been playing around here, all right? Look at this, gorgeous. This is what I like to see. It's like that aggressive garbage down at the lows. When something's touching the trend line for me on like a higher time frame, when I zoom in on like the 1 hour and the 4 hour, and I see it getting nasty and ugly and making some, having a little bit of wick action, it's enticing everyone to go short on this bad boy, all right? We already had some negative news last week on Tesla, Oh, Elon Musk is done for. Tesla's garbage, And there were several stories about that last week. And now this is like the convincing move to me in the charts, trying to get everybody to just go short on it and open up these short options, okay? So being the contrarian that I am, while managing my risk, I'm not going to take a big loss on this. It doesn't matter if it drops to $1. I don't care. But this is an opportunity for me to go ahead and take a bite on Tesla today at 215. We're underneath the range that we've been looking at on the daily. So if I'm in the bottom part of a range, then simply put, there's nothing wrong with me taking a bite right here. So that's what I'm doing today. I took a little bite today, and we're going to take a nibble, and we're looking to get out, retesting that 240 area, 245. 245, I'm completely out. If I'm buying here at 215, and my uncle moment would be around 200, and my get out and profit moment would be about 245. Well, 215 to 245, that's not that good of a move, man. That's only like, 15% or something, It's really not that good, Well, maybe not. It depends on how you position yourself, okay? Any kind of move is a good move. If a stock goes up 10%, you can make money on that, my friends. That's 10%. You go make 10% in your bank account, you'd be lucky to make like 0.00001 on your bank account, which is why I've always been working on this craft of being able to trade the markets. But today, Tesla, it's looking good to me. Why? Because it looks ugly to the majority of the world. So when it looks ugly to everybody else, that's my moment to get in. That's pretty much all I've been looking at this morning, is just watching Tesla and its behavior. A week and a half ago into the beginning of last week, excellent trades, doing very well. The second half of last week, there really wasn't nothing. We had a couple of stop outs, losers. It kind of said, okay, maybe the market's just we're not in tune with what's happening in the market. And we had one that we were looking at over the weekend. And today, I was looking to get into it last night during the Asian Open. And it didn't have the behavior I wanted to. I wanted to see a rejection of a particular area. And it didn't behave that way. So I just said, okay, this isn't a good start on the week. Last week into the beginning of this week, I'm not seeing something. So my story today is like, if you don't see something, if you're not seeing what you want, if the market's not behaving according to your plan, then it doesn't matter how bad you need money or how much you want to trade or how bored you are. None of that matters. If the market is not giving you your setup, then you don't have nothing. All right? Just because everybody else is making money that day, it doesn't mean anything about you as a trader. You have your style and your setup, and you know what makes you money. So you have to go with that. It's like I was speaking on how now I kind of have a couple things in my bag that, okay, these setups pay. I have made money on these in the past. So I kind of am really honing down and looking at those going forward and kind of not necessarily back testing, but looking at previous price action just to determine, okay, this is viable here. This has happened, and I kind of go with that. So it's another one of those. It's so funny because I've been in this business for 4 years now. I'm just starting my 4th year. And it's so funny because it's like, even 4 years in of constantly watching the markets and learning the markets, I'm still learning and finding things that, okay, yes, see, this is kind of how it goes. This is a complex industry and business. There is simple things to it. It is a simple matter of up and down. But when you're looking into why things do the things they do, all of the complexities come out on it. And having survivability is like the number one factor, okay? That goes hand in hand with your risk management and protecting your capital, okay? Anybody that has, for example, there's a lot of people out there that when you find out how they made the majority of their money, okay, in the beginning of their career, you find that a lot of their stories are similar, okay? At least some people that I've seen. They're 2, 3, 4, 5 years into something, and then at one point in their career, they just went all in on something, okay? They had, say they had $80,000, and at one point in their career, they just went all in, They put $30,000 of that $80,000 down on a, high margin position, and it ended up screaming, going in their favor, and they made, $200,000-300,000 from that $30,000, And that happens a lot in the industry. Not a lot, but I'm just saying, like, with a lot of people that you might ever listen to and hear, when you find out how they made money, you find out that at one point they really did go heavy on the risk. And I've followed that and done that a lot in my past. And now I find more enjoyment on not taking that high risk like that. Because once they get a large amount of money, I say large, I'm sure there's millionaires out there, but once your capital gets to a certain level, you tend to scale back on the risk. At the beginning, you're going all in all the time. But I'm very glad of the way I behave now in the market, because now it's so low risk and it's impossible to take me out of the market. I always have capital to be in the market. It doesn't matter the amount, I always have capital, because I've developed the skill of survivability. And starting out, this is just personal stories I tell all the time. Even though I'm 4 years in, the number one thing on my notebook when I sit down and I start trading, at the top of the page, is survivability. That's it. Survivability. So if things aren't going in my favor, if I'm not seeing what I like to see, if the market's not being in tune with my style, then I'm not trading. It's not there. And this is gorgeous. They just took that liquidity at 214 wick. Now it's 213. That's even another position for me to open up here, because now we have taken more long liquidity, okay? The Asian session touched that the end of the week, and then the Asian session last night had touched that 213 wick, okay? And now we had broken it. So you might think, okay, whoa, we just made a new low on the hourly time frame. Oh no, we're gonna scream down. That's your style, you know. I'm looking for liquidity to be taken before I can enter the market, because the other part of the trading is, how can everybody lose for me to win? It was just like that really good trade I had a week and a half ago. Gorgeous trade. All right, made good money on it. How did I make money on it? Because everybody lost and I won. They punished the short traders, and then they punished the long traders hard. And then I bought that, and then we punished the larger time frame short traders, and I got paid. It was beautiful. But it only worked because everybody lost. So that's why, personally, to me, that's kind of the style I look for. I'm looking for people to be losing, you know. Everybody has been seeing, okay, look, we're at 215. This is a pretty good buy. Let me buy this up. I'm going to go long here at 215, and I'm going to have my stop at 214, just under that wick. What wick am I talking about? Right here. All right. There was money right there. You know it. Bullish hammer candle. People were putting longs here. Them high leverage traders, and they had their stop right underneath that wick. And just now, we've just taken that money. So there could be more money below, but the fact that the market showed its hand and it took that money shows me that, okay, we've punished the long traders. Perhaps we can punish these short traders. So that's why I'm looking to get in on Tesla today. It could come back and end up not being a winner, but we're playing with such small size that it's not that big of a concern. We can take money, or we can give very little money. You want to give very small money and take big money. So that's just kind of my rant and rave and story on Tesla today. I love everybody. I appreciate the views and the comments. We're having nothing but fun trading the markets day in, day out. It's a journey, it's a process, and I will see everybody on the next video. Peace.